Hey Huskies, welcome to the April installment of HTV Monthly. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Alex.
In this extended segment, Hersey's Media Tech class and HTV News write, produce, and film a variety of Hersey stories for everyone to enjoy.
In this month's episode, our hallway crew tested our classmates' knowledge of superheroes, got an inside look at Hersey's DECA team, learned more about the work of a local animal shelter, and got the inside scoop on a local ice cream shop.
So sit back, relax, and let HTV show you these stories from Hersey and beyond.
With superhero movies being all the rage, we went around testing Hersey's knowledge.
On April 27th, Avengers Infinity War was released. This movie features over 70 different Marvel characters, from the Avengers to the Guardians of the Galaxy and Doctor Strange. And with superheroes becoming increasingly popular in today's pop culture, we scoured Hersey to see whether students knew more superheroes, U.S. presidents, or state capitals. To the Batmobile. Name as many U.S. state capitals as you can.
Oh God, don't do this to me.
Springfield. Springfield.
California's got a capital. I can't remember what it is.
Alright. Now name as many U.S. presidents as you can.
George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Barack Obama,
George Bush, John F. Kennedy, Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton.
Jefferson, Jackson. It was the guy in the tub.
How many superheroes can you name?
I can name Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk,
Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Wonder Woman, Captain America,
Black Widow, Black Panther, Vision, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver.
Star-Lord, Drax, Gamora, Groot.
Wolf guy, whatever his name. That guy. Hugh Jackman.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern.
So there you have it, Huskies. Students seem ready for Infinity War, but not ready for a U.S. history test. Don't forget to see Infinity War in theaters now.
Looks like our Huskies need to hit the books instead of hitting the cinema. Next, Hersey DECA members have been competing in regional and state tournaments since January. We spoke with 4 DECA members who went even further and qualified for the Nationals tournament in Atlanta.
Well, I started doing DECA my sophomore year in this event, but I wasn't partners with Kelly until my junior year, so then we started doing the event together.
Yeah, Shannon told me about it. They asked if I'd like to join, if I'd be interested in it, so that's kind of how I started.
Personally, for myself, I started sophomore year, and I think just being able to participate in a business-related activity was what was so interesting about DECA for me. And extracurriculars are really important just in general for the college application process. So there's some other things that add to the application, and we've had success.
Yeah, I also started sophomore year, but we didn't start together as a team. I started on a different team, and she started as an individual. So now we've combined, and we normally work really well together, and we're pretty good friends. So it was just the logical way to go about it.
Yeah, so we've been working together for 2 years, but we've done activities like Model United Nations and debate together before, so we kind of had experience working together in this sort of academic format.
they're amazing kids that almost don't need me as an advisor. They would be successful without me.
So when you compete in regionals, then if you place first, second, or third, then you go on to the state tournament in the overall categories. And then from then to get to nationals from the state tournament, you generally have to place first, second, third, or fourth.
It really is the kids. Like I said, these 10 kids and the 100 or so that we get every single year, they're just phenomenal. We just kind of get them started, and then the Hersey kids are just so good at what they do. They're so good at problem solving, they're so good at communicating, and they're so good with their presentation skills.
Obviously, it's really exciting. Like, we're both really grateful for this opportunity to be able to compete at the national, I think it's even international level, so we're just super excited and
feels really good. It's cool.
Yeah, definitely.
It feels pretty good. We've worked hard developing communication skills over the past 4 years. This event really solidified what we had learned in DECA and through some of our other activities together.
My goal, selfishly, is for the kids to just have an awesome business experience. I want them to experience this like a business trip.
To be able to, once again, experience that and be around people who are the best at this activity.
I'd say our goal would definitely be to learn more about how DECA works, especially when there's so many kids involved, and just do our best, go into the role play, trying to learn something new about our event.
Yeah, I mean, we'd love to advance to the second day, but we'll see how it all works out.
Congratulations to all 10 Nationals finalists, especially Shannon and Kelly, who finished second in hospitality services. Great job, ladies. Next, this year, Kay's Animal Shelter is celebrating 65 years of service. And here at HTV, we're always looking for organizations that do good in the community.
Kay's Animal Shelter is a non-for-profit organization located on Arlington Heights and Hintz Road. This month, we are taking a look at what goes on inside.
The Kay's was started in 1953 in Morton Grove, and the lady, Kay Maxwell, she's the one that started it. She just saw a need for helping the unwanted animals at the time. The goal is to, find homes for the, the homeless and abandoned animals that, that need homes.
We just had such a great dog from a shelter system, and Kay's was the shelter system, and we're firm believers of rescuing from shelters instead of buying dogs. And again, 16 years we had with the dog, so he was a wonderful pet, and so we figured we'd just come back and get another one. You can tell they're very well taken care of here, and they never last here long. They're always adopted out fairly quickly. Everybody knows to get the puppies come to Kay's.
We wanted to see what was available, and we remember adopting our cat and dog from here. So we thought we'd just come by and stop by.
Well, last September, we had a 16-year-old dog that we had to put down. We rescued him from here 16 years ago. And we have a chocolate lab at home, and he's 6 years old, and he was a little lonely, so we thought we'd bring a sibling home for him.
Well, I really love dogs, and I have always wanted one. So I had some in India, and I want one here too.
They just want to know if you live at your home, and if it's a cat, if it's going to be indoors or outdoors, and if it's a dog, do you have a fenced yard so he can run around?
You have to fill out an application, give your identification to them, and pay a fee, which helps them continue to take care of and rescue other animals. But it's a fairly easy process, but they do ask a lot of questions and want to make sure that they go to the right home.
For dogs, our policy is that they have to be over 21. We want the head of the household here, so if it's, even if it's a kid that lives at home that's over 21, one of his parents would still have to be here. For the cats, the age we do is 18. It's probably one of our main criteria is the animal, whether it's a cat or dog, that the family wants them also, so they're going into a home that they're gonna stay. And then just trying to make sure that they're gonna be in a home that, that they have the possibility of staying in forever.
Whether it's through donations or volunteering, Kay's can use any help that it can get. From HTV News, this is Maddie Wachowski.
If you would like to donate or learn more, visit kaysanimalshelter.org. Next, HTV visited a family-owned ice cream shop in Mount Prospect. Let's go see the hype over these tasty treats.
With summer approaching, a great place to grab a cold treat is Caponari Ice Cream Shop in downtown Mount Prospect.
When we started back in 2001, there was no ice cream store in town, and we needed a place to take our kids to go and gather and meet with friends. So we thought it'd be a good idea back in 2001, if we created the space, people would come. The idea of the shop came from my husband and I. We had small kids at the time, and we wanted to have a place to go. So we called my sister Meg out in Cincinnati and said, would you like to come back to Chicago with your husband and open the shop? And they agreed to come, and the actual physical space was designed by all four of us. So we wanted to make it look like a quaint little Norman Rockwell-esque kind of shop. When they moved the building originally sat at the corner of Northwest Highway and 83. They moved the building here. And they told us once it was moved here and we occupied it, that they were going to build a pocket park next door to us. And a pocket park is basically just a small park next door between buildings that has winding brick pavers that go through it and has a place for people to sit and gather. So they built the park, and as you can see, it's got a gorgeous center circle in it that has all perennials that attract butterflies. So we have a butterfly park in that circle. And then the winding bricks that go through it back to the gazebo that you talked about is a great place for people to gather, just to sit on a summer night and have their ice cream.
I think what makes this place special is the fact that it's such like a community place. Like, people come here and their friends are usually here.
Definitely the customer service. Whenever I come in here, it's always a friendly face, so it makes it more welcoming. I think the fact that it's very close to where I live personally and a lot of my friends, and close to Prospect. Because the staff is really nice, and because there's so many flavors and they're all homemade.
I kept coming back because the ice cream is really good.
A lot of my friends work here, and so I come here probably once a week, maybe twice.
I've been coming here since I was a kid, and now I work here.
They always have new flavors, and my favorite is banapi pie. My favorite flavor would be the black raspberry chip. I like the chocolate peanut butter.
My personal favorite is Rocky Road.
My favorite flavor is coconut chip.
Caponari ice cream is a great way to cool off on a hot summer day.
Make sure to head over to Caponari Ice Cream from now till fall. That's it for this month's episode.
To stay up to date with HTV, be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at JHHS_news and subscribe to us on YouTube.
And from all of us here at HTV, see you next month and keep the cameras rolling.